So I'd like to welcome the membership to a discussion with our Vice President candidate for the Our Union, Our Future slate, Kimberly Burton. Hi, Kimberly.
Hello. A little bit about myself. I'm a proud 18-year dispatcher. I'm a Southern California native. I was raised in San Diego and Long Beach. I have a master's degree and an undergraduate degree in psychological research through California State University, Long Beach. Before I became a dispatcher, I was privileged to work with high-risk youth in group homes. I have two daughters. They're ages 20 and 23.
And they're Teamster, one of them's a Teamster member also, correct?
Yes, both are Teamsters. However, one is studying criminology and the other one is being 23.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I've noticed that our membership seems to be losing trust in our leadership at this point, and I think that's what we're trying to offer the membership is rebuilding trust and credibility with our union leadership. What do you think?
Yes, I believe that. I've heard through the membership people asking, what is this slate going to do? What are you guys going to do different? And number one, the first objective I'd like to talk about is rebuild trust and credibility. We need to be authentic and transparent. We need to have honesty and integrity in all interactions, from the dues paying member up to studio executives and everybody in between. We need to acknowledge our mistakes and we need to take responsibility for our actions. We don't need to be reactive, we need to be proactive. We need to jump the curve. We need to be ahead of the curve.
I like that, yeah, because it seems that I've seen a lot of just reactive, situations where we're not prepared for what's coming down the pipe by, certain companies or the studios, and we're just reacting to all of these scenarios.
Exactly, and in any situation, not just this situation, whenever you're reactive, it's better to be proactive. It's better to be ahead of the curve.
Right.
So my next point I would like to discuss is to enforce the contract fairly. We need to demonstrate reliability to prove our union's effectiveness. No selective enforcement, no targeting. Every member is treated fairly and equally. No exceptions.
I see targeting as a huge issue in our union, and I think it's something that we have to fight to get rid of. No membership should be scared of their leadership. Is that how you feel also?
I feel that as well. I have been the victim of targeting, and it's not a fun side to be on. It messes with your family, it messes with you as a person, and it's just not a good look.
And it tarnishes your career that you work so hard to create this name for yourself in the eyes of your employers. And all of a sudden, this targeting process or action that your union takes against a member, it can tarnish their career for the rest of their time in the business.
Just like that, and It's over. And then you're playing catch up and let's rebuild for something that you didn't cause.
Right. I think that is completely unacceptable of the leadership of a union to target its own members. And that is what we're gonna take an active role in stopping that. Our members should not be targeted by the leadership or transportation coordinators, captains. There will be no tolerance for targeting under our administration. Do you agree?
I agree 100%, Sparky. And also, the membership is in control of the administration. It shouldn't be the other way around. They are the boss.
I've noticed that, the people that have been targeted have really latched on to this movement that we're generating, and they're really starting to find their voice and speak out. A perfect example was one member at the union meeting spoke out about how he was targeted, and so I think that's what we're giving the membership is the strength, the voice, and the courage to stand up and say this is wrong. And I believe that's our goal.
Yes, I agree. Nobody should be scared to voice their opinions or their disagreements. ever.
Yeah.
So another point I'd like to bring up is to address grievances effectively and fairly. We need to promptly investigate. We need to resolve grievances through clear, concise actions. The contract has specific language about grievances. You need to state the specific violation and the specific resolution. There's no cryptic language. The terms may, could be, possibly, those should not be in a grievance. What do you think?
I agree, and I think that this process that the union has adopted at this point from the past 3-4 years that I've seen is they wait till the end of a show to write up the grievances that took place during possibly the beginning, middle, or end of the show, and then they go after the grievance at the end, and then the members that were involved with those grievances aren't receiving the funds that they should be entitled to for the grievance. It goes into the general fund, does it not?
Yes. Two things. It becomes liquidated damages. And the second point of what I believe a grievance should be, one, it should be constructive, and two, we need to provide a job or jobs for a person. So if you're filing a grievance after the fact, the show's over, well, nobody's going to be affected by that in a positive way. So here's a perfect
example. Let's say somebody was laid off out of grouping, and they kept a lesser grouped member, a younger grouped member. That grievance should be addressed and either filed or remedied the day that it happens, or in the time frame that it happens. We shouldn't be waiting a month or 2 months to address those grouping violations. If a Group 1 member is laid off and they kept a Group 2 that shouldn't have been kept, we should address it. And I think this administration wants to be productive in that.
Yes. There should definitely be a timeline. It should be concise and swift, constructive. So my next point is to reestablish a shared vision and purpose. We need to engage our members and hold discussions on current issues with the membership. We need to prioritize addressing issues that are impacting members, asking the membership what is important to them.
I've been using that strategy with the membership over contracts. The last contract was supposed to be this monumental 7 for 3.5, just the best contract we've ever received. But most of the membership I spoke to said, I would rather see contributions to our pension and health programs, increasing the pension so that when we do retire, there's more funding there for us. I think they didn't even really consult us on the contract, and then most of the membership wasn't focusing on pay increases.
Right.
Have you noticed that too?
I do. I feel the members need more of a voice of exactly what they want.
Do you think that's engagement before our contract negotiation starts, that we really start to sit down and engage with the members and find out what their priorities are?
Yes, definitely. The problem I have with that, though, I think many members are scared, and so they won't they won't answer honestly. But I think we have to build that trust with them, and we have to create a welcoming environment that it's okay to agree to disagree. One of my next points is my vision for the future is to strengthen leadership. We need to I'd like to cultivate new leaders within the membership for the next generation, hold classes on how to bargain, contract enforcement, labor laws, etc. In my tenure, I've never seen an administration that focuses on the next generation. It's important that we plan for future generations of this great union and leave it better than we found it. We're eventually going to have to pass the torch.
Yeah.
When our time is done and somebody else steps up, so be it. I've been asked this question, well, you're just going to train your replacement. Well, great. If there's someone better than me and I've done my job training them, wonderful.
Yeah.
This is about our union. It's about the membership.
Not
about me.
Leave it in better condition than when you took it, and move on.
And move on. Yeah. I also, Promote transparency and accountability. And also be open and honest about decision processes and financial management. I think that's very important. And also to develop clear policies and procedures for open communication with the membership.
I really don't think we're here for titles. What do you think?
We are not here for titles. This is not a political agenda. We're here to restore 399.
I'd like to spark the change in this union and build a union that reflects the values that we all share. And I think that's what we're offering to the membership.
I agree. This is a grassroots organization, and we need to do some rebuilding.
I agree. And I think this is the team that the membership can entrust to that.
Yes, we are one of them.
Yeah.
We work for them.
I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to working with this whole team that we're building and helping LA and New Mexico and Oklahoma and bring work back to the Western United States.
So am I. And I just wanted to say that I'm not going to work for you, Sparky, nor this administration. I'm going to work for the members.
And me too. I work for you guys too. And I think this whole team that we're putting together knows that. Thank you.
Thank you.